Hello, hello. I'm so excited for today's tutorial. We are going to be doing yarn locks. I posted a picture on my Instagram and I had quite a few people say they wanted a tutorial. So here we are. I love yarn locks. I feel like they make the mom bun look a little less like momish and a little more hippie, which is my vibe. And I've just gotten so many compliments on them. Everywhere I go, I get compliments. I went to Red Rocks and I had so many people complimenting my hair. They're like, oh, your hair is so awesome. And I walk out in public and I get a lot of compliments there. So I'm feeling like they are a vibe. Granted, a lot of the people giving me compliments are 15. So yeah, but still cool, still cool. All right. So this is how we're going to start. You are going to start by cutting your yarn. And I bought this yarn. The only thing you want to make sure with the yarn is that it's 100% acrylic. That is the kind of yarn that you want to get. Anything else is going to dry out your hair and it might not melt well in the ends. So you want to make sure it's 100% acrylic. As you can see, I bought a yarn that was like an ombre because my hair is pink and I wanted it to like be some different colors of pink. So you can see I have some different colors. This is all from the same thing of yarn. Now it doesn't ombre like all the way down. It does like take a while to ombre. So they end up each being a different color. So if you want a few different colors, I would highly suggest doing it this way. And yeah, so let's dive in. The first thing that you're going to do is take your yarn and you are going to cut it to the proper length. So the way I measure the length, and this is how long they end up being that I did, I measure from this side to this side, pulling it across, straight across, and then I cut it right here. So I personally do this 3 times and I get 3 strings. So for this one, I'm just going to be showing you guys the first one that I do. And then at the bottom, I'll just cut them all so they're even like that. So 3 strings. And then when you fold them in half, you're going to have 6 strings, as you can see. Now, I just pull a piece of hair out like this. I literally didn't even like part this out or anything. I just pulled it out of my hair just to show you guys. But if you want to part it out, you can. So you're going to start as close to the top as you can. And you're just going to lay that halfway mark across the hair. And you're just going to start braiding that in with all of the hair. Now you are going to want to get it as close as you can, but you'll see I don't like it like right up to my scalp because one, it pulls and it'll pull my little hairs out. And I don't like that, like breaking off my little hairs when it's too tight. And so you want it a little bit loose. And then also that way I can wear it up or down and it doesn't pull again. Also, I'm going to show you what I do with the, to thread the yarn lock, but you're going to want to get it pretty close to the top. So as you can see, I have 3 sides in this side, 3 sides in this, and then this one strand. And then I start braiding. I'm going to pull this up a little more right there. And then I start braiding down just like that. It's so easy, you guys. These are like the easiest things ever. So you just braid your hair in like this. As you can see my own hair in the braid. That's why I got pink. I like that because then it has my, gosh, my hair. Then it has my hair in it and it kind of matches. So I just braid that down probably about halfway down the hair strand. You're going to braid like that. Then in the middle, I'm going to switch it up a little. So I'm going to take part of this hair and put it with 2 strands of the yarn. This is probably the hardest part. And then 2 strands so that each section comes to being 2 strands. Otherwise, when you get to the end, you won't have the hair. So the hair will end and then you'll still have the other strands and you just have to braid with those. But I like it to mix into the braid up here. So then you bring the hair in with the 2 strands like that. And then you can just braid it all the way down. It's so easy, you guys. It's so fun and so easy and easy to take out too. So here we go. Just braiding down. You guys, I love this look so much. I have wanted dreadlocks forever. And I don't have the level of commitment that it takes to do, if you let it go, just tighten it again. I don't have the level of commitment it takes to commit fully to dreads. I do not want to have to shave my head when I want to change it. And I love these because you can change the color so easy. So whatever season it is, whatever color your hair is, you know, whatever your color scheme is for like the fall or whatever, you can change it up, and it's no commitment basically at all. So fun for kids, especially. Like I said, a lot of the compliments I got were from 15-year-olds, which I personally highly value their opinions because they haven't been tainted quite yet by the real world or adults telling them what's cool and what's proper and all this bullshit. So I like 15-year-olds. They like kind of know style, but they haven't been too tainted yet. So I love it. I love 15-year-olds. I value their opinion highly. Okay, so as you can see, you're just gonna keep braiding down like this. Now, I personally left some of them just as braids, and I love it because it adds a little bit of texture to, like, different textures to the dreadlocks as opposed to just being the plain locks. It adds a little texture. As you can see, I did the beads on them as well. I ordered those off of Amazon, and I'll show you guys those too, because I just was like, I like texture, like different texture. I feel like it makes it look really artsy and cool when there's some different textures in it. So yes, as you can see, I'm just going to braid it down to there. When I get to the bottom of the braid, I'm going to take 4 of the strands and I'm going to tie 4, so those 2 together. And then I'll take the other 2 that I didn't tie and do that as well. You can kind of do the knots however you feel like is good. You don't want the knots to be too crazy though, because you don't want it to be like a big knot at the end. And I'll show you what we're going to do at the ends. So you have the option to leave it just like this, which I think is cool and fun. And I would highly suggest doing on some of the pieces, just because, like I said, it adds a little bit of texture. And then at the end, you can cut the ends off. I'm going to show you how to end this if you don't do it. So this is how I was taught to do it, is you use a lighter and you burn the ends and then you roll them. I like this method, but I don't like on some of the ends how they, I don't know, they start to get like kind of, I don't know if you can see that. And this one probably isn't a good example, but some of the ends get like black and they like look like they burn like brown. And I don't like that because it looks dirty to me. So I'm going to actually try a hot glue gun to use. You want to be really careful with it when you're using a hot glue gun, but I'm just going to show you how I did them all to start my very first time. So after this, you just, and again, be really careful with the lighter because fire, obviously. And of course, it is going to be hot after you burn it. So let it cool down for just a second before you roll it. So this, and then roll it together. And then I do the whole thing a little bit more. And I'll show you what it does on the ends that I don't really like, but this is a really good way and it will keep them in for like basically ever. So this is what I do. And then roll those ends. So just roll it like that. Easy. Love it. And I'm going to just show you on this one what it does that I don't like. Okay. So see how it like burns it like that, and it does burn it, it does hold it, but I don't like that it has it like brown. I feel like that looks gross, but I will do it because yeah, I just like how it looks. But anyways, like I said, I would use a hot glue gun on the ends. That's what I'm going to try to do next. I haven't had a time to do it and I wanted to get this tutorial done, but hot glue, I would just put a little on there, let it cool just a smidge, and then roll it really tight so that the ends get hot glued. Okay, now next you're gonna wrap it, and that's how we're gonna make these ones. So again, I'm gonna take one, just measure it out again across your body. I'll hold the other one next to it, and then I have like a guide for the other ones. So then I kind of know exactly what I'm doing. I'll take them all at this end. And then again, pull it out. So I have this guide. Boom. Okay. Now, this is the part that I like to leave a little bit of slack up here. So see how I have a little bit of slack up here? I'm going to stick my finger through there and then stick just the ends, all three of those ends. Okay, let me get this. You want to make sure they're together and as flat as you can against the hair. So I'm going to take these, again, stick my finger through in the middle of those, and then pull these three ends just that far down. So it doesn't have to be super far down, just like that. And then I'm going to take this hair and begin to wrap it around. It's so easy. It's not like the hair wraps where you do the knot pull through. It's just simply wrapping it around. Okay, I don't want to get this hair. I need to clip that up. Okay. So yeah, just wrapping. I should have parted this off better. Part it off better. Than I did. That way you don't get these little hairs wanting to wrap up in there too. And you're just gonna want to wrap it as close as you can so there's no spaces where you'll see your real hair underneath or the other color underneath. You want to get it real close to each other. Okay. And then pull, see how that's kind of looking right now. Again, you want to keep these hairs right here, yarns, really close and flat to the braid as you're wrapping it around. Oh my gosh, it's so easy, you guys. Well, it's a little hard at the very first, but once you get a few in, and it's honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little hard right now with the camera, but once you get going on it and you get a few done and you're using like a real mirror where you're having someone else help you, it's real easy. So you're just gonna wrap it around, and that's literally all you do. This is like the thing. This is it. So easy. Now I try not to get them wet, but I've gone swimming and I have gotten them wet and they dry just fine. Like they just take a little longer to dry. When I'm washing my regular hair though, I'll usually kind of pin them up and then I'll just wash this part of my hair, do the top. I've seen people do their whole head with yarn dreads. I obviously have not tried that yet. This is my first time doing the yarn dreads, these ones that are in my hair right now. So I've only had them for a few weeks and I love them. And yeah, so I only wash the top part of my hair like really well, and I'll kind of pin these back on the bottom. And I like how it looks because I like my regular hair to be over them. I feel like I don't like the full dread look, but I think it just adds like, see how like it adds some fun texture to my bun where you can like see some pieces of it. And then there's these ones hanging down. This is literally how I wear my hair like every day, whether I have dreads in it or not, because I'm a mom. And I definitely wear the mom bun quite a bit. So I really love this, that it adds, like I said, that really hippie kind of flair to it. Okay, and as you're seeing, you're just wrapping it really close so it's not having any spaces. Okay. I actually saw, when I was at Red Rocks, I saw this cute man with these colorful yarn dreads in his hair, and I feel like I loved them. I was complimenting him. I'm like, I love your hair. They look so cool, and they're just so fun to add a little bit of flare with no commitment. Like if you have natural hair and you want like a natural color and you want to try something a little more fun, I just feel like a few colored dreads are so vibey to just add a little bit of like edginess to any look that you do. So yeah, I'm here for the dreads. Have I sold you on them yet? Anyway, so what you kind of get into a rhythm. You like, again, you always just want to make sure they're pulled tight and flat. So all three yarn pieces that you're doing, see how there's like all three across? You want to make sure those are going flat against the braid. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'll probably have at least a few of these in my hair for the rest of my life because I love them. I think they're so beautiful, and I think they're beautiful for any age. And I actually think it's really beautiful if you have like brown hair, you can use brown yarn if you want, like, or find a yarn that matches your hair color a little better. There's like blonde ones, there's gray ones, like any color of yarn you can find basically, you can do this with. And it'll look a little more natural if you use, like, say your hair is black and you use a black yarn, they'll look a little more natural, and then you can just like add the beads to give it a little bit of like flair and contrast too. I just love them. I think they're so cool. As you can see, it does take a minute to wrap them, but after you have a really dope yarn lock for a couple weeks or however long you want to wear them, you should probably change them. I mean, I would say at the very least, like every like 3 months, maybe even shorter depending on what your hair is doing. But your hair will start to dread up here if you leave it in for like, I probably wouldn't leave it in for like years, you know. Even though it might stay, because when you burn it on the end, it burns all those fibers together and it'll stay for like a really long time. So these don't come out. These, like I said, I've had for a few weeks. So this one you can see like it is like sliding down a little, but I can just like kind of slide it up and fix it and just move it around a little bit. That one is sliding down a little. This is probably the longest one that I've had in, and it does tend to do this, but like you can see, since I used the braiding underneath, you can't really tell that it's sliding down too bad. But you do, again, want to wrap it as tight as you can. That was one of the first ones I did when I was still learning, and you guys will get better as you go. You'll get faster and better at doing the wrapping and getting it flat. So again, just really flat up against it and then twisting. And I've loved, like I said, I've loved having these. They're so fun. Now to take them out, all you're gonna have to do is you're just gonna have to cut, like obviously do them longer than your hair. You don't want to cut your actual hair, but at the very end, all you have to do is cut this, and then the two pieces will come and you undo it. But I'll show you guys on this one, even though I don't want to do that because it's taking me so long to wrap just to undo. But I'll show it to you guys because I love you and I don't want you to be stuck with yarn dreads for the rest of your days if you can't get them out. So as you can see, I'm kind of getting to the bottom. And at this part at the bottom, you're just going to take it. Okay. You're going to take these three, wrap it around. I wrap it around the two fingers, and then I bring it up through so it does a knot like, so it just does a little knot at the end, kind of like that. See how it just does that like little knot at the end, and then cut these a little further down, and then pull it as tight. Let it kind of unravel how it's going to, because it will like not unravel, but like up here it tends to twist when you're twisting it. So make sure that's all untwisted before you do that. And then you have this part. So you have the part that you braided and then you have this. And again, I'm just gonna burn this all together. And roll. Burn and roll. And I like to burn over the knot so that part really burns together, like where the knot actually is and not just the very ends. And then sometimes I'll even bring it up, like you just want to, I just don't like that this part to be black, so I don't do it too much, but if you use hot glue, that should work. I've actually not used hot glue. I just think it would work better. That's why I'm doing this tutorial like this now, because this is the way that I learned and was shown. You just don't want all of that to turn black. So you just want to get it a little heated up, but the very ends can be like a little darker. And there you go. There you have a yarn dread. Aren't they fun? Okay. I bought these beads offline, and these beads are amazing because they're adjustable. They have like an opening in them. Oh my gosh, I opened that the wrong way. Okay. There we go. So see how they open like this? They're so easy. And then you just put them on and like wherever you want them, and then just squeeze them, clamp them tight so they don't move. And there you go with the yarn dreads. And there's all like, you can do really fun like things with those too. There's all colors that you can get. I got like a assortment pack because I know I'm going to be changing my hair a lot. So I got these colors and they're all really fun. Now, I don't actually know what these do really in the water. So you might want to take them off before you get, if you're going to get them wet, really wet, your yarn dreads, just so they don't, I don't know if they're going to like rust or something, and that might do something weird to the hair. Okay. Anyways, I just got them off Amazon. They were like 10 bucks. The yarn was like 10 bucks. So literally this whole hairstyle is like 20 bucks. And yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. I can show you guys. No, I can't. My hair is crazy. I was going to show you what it looks like with my hair down, but yeah, this is kind of the look. And that's how you do yarn dreads. And they're really fun and they're really easy. And let me know if you try them. I hope you guys enjoy. Bye.